13-year-old Samia, 10-year-old Samantha, and 9-year-old Samara Gutierrez were identified as the young victims.
Their father, David Mora Rojas, is accused of killing them, and 59-year-old Nathaniel Kong, who supervised the visit at the church in Sacramento. Tonight, ABC 10's Van 2 has more from the vigil, a chance to mourn their losses and cherish their memories.
Well, today would have been Samantha Mora Gutierrez's birthday, and tonight we are still processing, still making sense of this tragic loss. Tonight, a neighboring community church hosted a vigil where a church member who was in the building at the time of the shooting shared memories of the sisters and elder Nathaniel Kong.
Lord Jesus, we love you.
Leading the vigil in prayer, Alfredo, who was inside the church in Sacramento when gunfire rang out Monday.
I was there. Upstairs. I heard it all.
He says the atrocities he witnessed were surreal, but his faith is carrying him through grief, knowing in his heart sisters Samantha, Samara, and Samia Mora Gutierrez are resting in peace.
They were full of life. They loved the Lord so much. They loved Him. We know where they are.
The fourth victim, who police say was overseeing the supervised visit, was a pillar in the church.
He was selfless. He was never judgmental towards the less fortunate. He lived in his calling according to God's purpose.
Serving in Eastern European ministries before returning to Sacramento and opening his home nearly every Sunday. Alfredo says Kong was usually reserved, but something was different the night of the shooting.
When he came in, he had the biggest smile that day. He was laughing, he was joking.
He's asking the community to keep the victims' families in their thoughts and prayers. At this vigil, too, Assemblymember Ken Cooley said he will look to improve restraining order laws. The community has really come together. A GoFundMe for the three sisters has surpassed $54,000 in a day. Now, in times of tragedy, we know that scams can pop up, so ABC 10 has confirmed that the donations will benefit the family. To find the verified link, you can visit abc10.com/links.
We are also learning more about those three young innocent victims tonight. ABC 10's Giacomo Luca continues our team coverage with their stories.
I see a loss of good life.
The community continuing to pay their respects tonight to the four lives lost at this growing memorial. There was the 59-year-old church elder, Nathaniel Kong. He spent decades in ministry, dedicating his life in the service and sacrifice to God, including years of discipleship in Eastern Europe.
I feel very blessed to know that I knew them.
The Bannon Creek School librarian, Marissa Sandoval, in tears as she describes the three young, outgoing, and tight-knit sisters.
And I can't say it's because you see them all the time. Like I said, they're the kids that you remember because they were those happy kids.
To a fellow book lover like herself, Samantha, who loved to read, stood out. And she says you couldn't miss the warmest welcome from all three.
I remember walking out and hearing them say, "Miss Marissa," and running in for a hug.
Missing those hugs tonight, this mother hugging her children tighter in reflection.
They're not going to be forgotten, that's for sure.